My mother, who abandoned me 15 years ago, wants to bring my family back together, so I taught her a lesson. I, 25F, have been avoiding talking about this. When I was about 10 years old, my mother sent me to another state to live with my grandparents. She told me it was a little vacation. Long story short, I lived with them until I was 15. I then moved back to my home state and lived with my aunt until I was 18. About 2 months ago, my mother chose to reach out to me after all the years. She was insanely rude and kept trying to baby me and make me feel bad. I wanted a huge apology from her, but when I started to confront her, she just dismissed me and claimed that she was there. I then told her that calling once when I was 13 did not count as being there. So once I hung up and didn't talk to her for about a week, and then one day my father showed up at my house. For reference, my dad was abusive and a horrible person, so he isn't allowed on my property. But he showed up and essentially cussed me out and screamed at me for not allowing my mom back in. Of course, I called the police, and I'm most likely going to get a restraining order against him because he threatened to do some not so nice things to me. Anyway, I recently, 3 weeks ago, had a party for my boyfriend. Guess who crashed my party? So my mom showed up and started trying to be nice to everyone, but it was so weird because no single person knew who she was. They genuinely thought she was some weirdo who just broke in. After realizing this, she then said to everyone, "You never told anyone about me. See guys, this is how she always was, a sensitive, crazy bitch." When I tell you that this was my breaking point, I meant it. So I took the only thing she ever gave me, a stuffed animal that she gave me when I was 6, and I cut it in front of her and then proceeded to kick her out. On top of that, I unknowingly told her that my sister had died. For context, once I was about 17, my 14-year-old sister killed herself because she hated how our mom threw us out. I guess since my mom never bothered to come back, she had no clue. So then it was a whole sobbing and crying mess mixed with a lot of questions. She now keeps calling and texting me, blaming me and saying that I should have been there for my sister and that I shouldn't have let her go. I feel horrible because at least she wanted to restart, but in reality, she has hurt me time and time again. So am I wrong? And also, what should I do? Do I take her back and give her another chance, or should I just ignore it? Any advice is welcome.